It's Monday, the 9th of September, just back from the Reno National Championship Air Races, and another great day of getting everybody current and qualified at STOL drag racing at the Reno National Championship Air Races. I headed out from headquarters this morning about 5 o'clock for the 7 a.m. briefing, and we briefed for several hours this morning, squaring away all the details, all the millions of details it takes to put this event on for about 20 minutes of flying in front of all the officials, FAA and the Reno Air Race Association up at Reno today. And a special shout out to one Kyle Bushman, a young 28-year-old pilot from Cottage Grove, Oregon, who currently owns and operates and runs the Ragwood Refactory, an aircraft refurbishing and restoration shop out of Cottage Grove. Kyle wrote the book, the manual, the STOL drag manual, that had to get approved by the FAA and the Reno Air Race Association, better known as RAH. And then he had to teach all the rest of us that don't read so well what's in the book. And today we implemented his plan, and it made all of us look like pros. The whole thing went very smoothly.
Thanks, Kyle. Great job. Kyle also owns and operates a Navy N3N biplane out of Cottage Grove at the Ragwood Refactory.
There was no air tanker activity today, and the air tankers are going to start working out of Minden, Nevada, and McClellan Air Force Base, or airfield, used to be Air Force Base, for continued work on the Walker fires. This is now what's called an extended attack. They're going into day 6 and day 7 of the Walker fire. Over 43,000 acres, last word. And again, the smoke was not a problem. You could smell the smoke a bit up at the air races, but it didn't stop any of the flying. We had the opportunity to run the entire field of 14 aircraft today, and I've got all 14 aircraft on video to show you the turnarounds of each of them. And but before we do that, let's take a look with Pete and Julianne about how does a STOL drag race operate? What is a STOL drag race? Here in our desktop STOL drag simulator, we've got a 2,000-foot long course set up, just like at Reno. Here's the start-finish line here, and 2,000 feet down is the turnaround point. Marking in the middle is a center line, and at no time shall anybody's wingtip cross the center line, or you're instantly disqualified. Okay, Pete, grab your airplane. Kevin Quinn, the starter, drops his flag and says, what does he say? He says, the starter drops his flag and the race starts. Ready, set, go. You take off, and then you power off, you side slip, you straighten out, you land beyond the line and come to a complete stop, then turn around to your aircraft and take off again. Come on, Pete, catch up. And then cut the power, side slip, and land. And the first person that lands and stops, comes to a complete stop with the tail wheel down, that person wins the drag race.
This is Jason Sneed in his Carbon Cub, and he's going to give us a cockpit view of how this race works at Reno and how remarkably quick this event goes. In his left hand, he's working the flaps of the Carbon Cub. Now he's got his left hand back on the throttle and cuts it. And performs a monster side slip to create maximum aerodynamic drag to quickly slow down the aircraft and hit the mark. He resets the flaps to 0, comes to a complete stop, then powers up and turns around. Again using the flaps to help pop the Carbon Cub up off the ground. Accelerating in ground effect, less than 1 wingspan, height above the ground. Now the terrain slowly drops away from him here. Full flaps in the slip. Just a bit past the mark. First plane that stops wins. Jason is well ahead of his competition. He's going to wait till the other aircraft is in sight and he gets clearance before clearing the course. Here's the same race from my point of view at the turnaround point. Jason pops up well ahead of his competition.
Carbon Cub and
full flaps, couple bursts of power, just to nail it. Boom, right on the line, right past the line. Number 53 landed short and is disqualified. So it's my job as turnaround judge to ensure that the aircraft main wheels touch down at or beyond the line, and I have two other judges helping me to ensure that the aircraft make a full stop with the tail wheel down.
short landing, race 5-3. Short landing, race 5-3.
From here we run brackets of elimination until we determine a winner for the day. With 6 different classes of air racing on 4 different courses, plus air show performers and the Thunderbirds demonstration team, timing at the Reno air races is critical. And our ops officer here, Shifty, has this event timed down to the second.
Aircraft to start warming up for the taxi. Stoll, that's approved. You got 12 minutes.
So we have to carefully choreograph our every move in between acts with the ops officer and race control.
On down to the end.
I still got that one T6 coming in.
Taxi 14 airplanes from hotline to race course. Stoll line, race control, taxi to race course. Stoll line.
And this is where Kyle's plan made us look like pros.
Okay, let's do it Blue Angel style, boys. You're getting the hand signal. You got the radio approval. There we go. Good. Yeah, beautiful. Taller tap. Left to right. Move it, move it, move it. Beautiful.
Looks like we got Bo in the Cessna 180 versus Corey Robin in his Carbon Cub. Yeah, go Bo.
Here's the view from the grandstand center stage.
Bo's forgoing most of the slip and just kind of land it straight.
All the other air racers, performers, and crews were watching these STOL drags very closely today.
Cessna 180 is a much heavier plane than that Carbon Cub, so it's pretty impressive that he's anywhere close. And look at that, he turned around before. Corey might have been a bit farther. Oh, Corey screwed up. Bo might take it. Yeah, go Bo. Got it, Bo. Good job. You'll all do better next time, Corey.
It takes a lot of skill and a little bit of luck to win these races.
And Bo is full stop. That makes it
Somebody's got some RPM. That's Steve Henry heading that snowmobile. Oh my goodness. The thing is just screaming.
Here's one of the fastest planes in the fleet, Steve Henry in the Yamaha-powered Highlander.
Here comes Hal in the Lawnmower 3. Boom! Beautiful, Hal. He's gonna give Steve Henry a run with that long rollout. Look at that thing go. Straight it out, Hal. Wow.
These guys will definitely have this tightened up by race day.
Last run for the day. Unless we get another time slot later on, but perfect conditions, no wind. We're timing all these runs, even though it's practice for a demo. These guys are still racing. Good, both of them. What a great stop on that race 1-6. Consistent.
Control, Stoll lead. Okay, that should be perfect. Yeah, like perfect.
That's a wrap for today, Monday. Qualifications and practice, Stoll drag demo, Reno 2019. That was beautiful.
Get permission to taxi the gaggle back to the Stoll Corral.
Trent! Okay, we gotta go. All aboard? Go. Come on, golf cart.
No problems with the chatter. Also, if you want to do the chatter on the PA, no problem. Clear and hot. So if you want to do that, that's good. Timing went well, everything went well. So
Got a good debrief from the deputy ops officer, and then broke up into our own group debriefing.
So minor things, but things to keep in mind.
Okay, so far they liked us. We got the approval, the thumbs up from Shorty, the director of the entire air races here, at least the everything on the air and on the ground. And first time he'd ever seen us operate like this, and it's all clear in his mind in the way that the Stoll drags run. Whew, that was a lot of officialness for 20 minutes of flying.
So I hope you can come up and support the Reno National Championship air races and the Stoll drag races. Remember, the Thunderbird demonstration team will be up here too. I'll be here all weekend. See you here.